Well, some new AARP data on who the main caregivers in the U.S. might be just might surprise you.
Jessica Moore sits down on the couch with the state director of AARP in New York to take a closer look at the research.
New AARP data is shedding new light on who America's caregivers really are. The report touches on the challenges they face and the vital support they need. To break down the numbers even further, we're joined by Beth Finkel. She is the New York director of AARP. Beth, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you for being here.
Pleasure to meet you. November is National Family Caregivers Month. Exactly how many caregivers are there in our state, and what kinds of care are they providing?
It's really shocking. You know, there are 4 million caregivers here in New York State. I know, shocking. Every time I see the number or say the number, I am just shocked. But when you think about it, it isn't that surprising. We all care for our loved ones. Yeah. We all want them to have the life with dignity that they want to live, especially in their later years. And loved ones do what loved ones do, right? And they become caregivers.
And what kinds of caregiving are they providing?
Well, sometimes it's chore services. Sometimes it's taking them to the doctor. Sometimes it's, doing their grocery shopping. But sometimes it is actually giving them medicine or making sure that they're safe in their own home, that reassurance, but also to make sure that they're not only just taking their medicines, but being safe all the time. And that's a lot of pressure on people.
It's a lot of pressure, absolutely. AARP is out with some new caregiver data. What stood out the most to you when you saw the numbers?
So 80% of the caregivers are actually paying out of their own pocket to help keep people in their own homes. Nationally, it's about $7,200 a year. This is after tax dollars, right? And in New York, it's actually higher, not surprising. It's $8,000 or more that they're paying out. And for some people, that is a quarter of their income. Oh, yes. So you can imagine it's staggering, and it's a crushing pressure on caregivers, especially in these economic times.
It brings me to my next question. What kinds of changes or updated policies could help these caregivers?
Well, AARP is working on 2 pieces of legislation right now. One is the Caring for Care Act, which would give people an ability to have a tax credit for their out-of-pocket. Right now, we're asking for $5,000 a year tax credit for working caregivers. And the other one is to expand the flexible spending and also health spending so that people can put more, but also allow them to use some of that money to care for their loved ones.
That's a great idea. So it would be the same as a flexible spending account for someone who maybe is taking out money to pay for their child's orthodontics or something like that, but then you would use it to care for your parents or whoever else you're...
It would expand it, that's right.
That's a great idea.
Family members, loved ones, caregivers are the backbone of our long-term care system, and our long-term care system in this country is broken. And if you don't have those long-term caregivers doing what they're doing for their loved ones, those people are going to end up in institutions, and I don't think that's what anybody wants.
No, that's a good point. For people caring for loved ones or anticipating the need that they may have to, what kind of resources, free resources, does AARP offer?
Well, they can go to aarp.org//caregiver. We have so much information, both tools, guides, but also practical information about what to do and where to get services, because here in New York, almost a third of people are not able to access what they need in an affordable way. To get someone to come in your home and do things for your loved one, it's very costly.
Beth Finkel, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Jessica.